Hi everyone, it's Leanne and I am going to do a little bit of painting. I've got some scrap paper over here and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to use them for, but I'm just going to get 2 sheets out. I'll get one out at a time. And what I'm going to do is use some paint. Hang on, some delusional paints, and I'm just going to scrape it over this paper here. I don't want too much. Let's see how much that does. I'll just leave the lid off. Let's get some pink. There. Some green. Just wipe this off so I don't put paint in it. How about some green and some orange. There we go. I'm just going to get a card like this. This is my Medicare card, Australian Medicare card. That's what it looks like for overseas people. All we're going to do is, that's expired, so all I'm going to do is scrape my paper to the very end. Might wipe that off onto that paper there. And then I'm going to scrape the last 2 ones like that. I'll try and cover everything. Now this paper is very delicate. So you have to be careful. And I think we need a little bit more purple. That sort of didn't come out as much with the pink. Alright, let's see how we go now. Okay. There we go. Right. Now I'm going to set that aside to dry. It'll dry over there, and let's get another piece of paper. This one will do. Let's try some different colours. I wasn't fond of that purple, it's just a little bit too dark. The pink was just a bit too light, so I'm not going to use that either. I'm going to put it away as well. I didn't mind the green and orange, they were good. Right, obviously I'm going to use this Obviously the colour's too dark. The purple's just way too dark. I'm not going to waste that. I'll put that on my piece of paper. I'm going to use some more of that green. I liked that green. Let's see. Let's use a teal, but that might be way too dark. Let's try the pink. Pink looks nice. And maybe an orange. Like that. Okay. Gonna wipe that off now. And I've got paint all over me. Okay. Let's see how we go. I'm gonna use the smaller end this time. Right. That doesn't look too bad. Let's try the next two. There we go. Okay. That's our first two pieces done. Now what we're going to do is, oh, this is very delicate paper. We're going to let them dry, both those pieces. And then I'll come back and show you what else I'm going to do with them. Go. Quiet. Okay. I'll be back shortly. Okay, what I've done is I've stamped some script and some numbers on that one. I've taken some of the purple off. I've kept it to use it on something else, and I've also done it to this one, and I've kept some. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just that this is the cardboard I want to use, and I want it to fit onto the cardboard. It's just that simple. Okay, how about we stamp it with some StazOn, and I'm going to use the script because I really like the script. There we go. And there it is. I'll put that down somewhere. Let's get our numbers and just do it on the side there. Let's see how we go. And there we go. Right, give that a little blast. And then we're going to glue it down. I'm just using matte medium. It works very well. And I'm going to place that down like that. Just going to cover up my stays on. I forgot to do it. And we'll just use our card, Medicare card, delicately. Just stick down a little bit. There's up. And stick the brush under. It's okay to go on top, but I'm not going to. Okay. Right. What we're going to do is let that all dry. And we'll come back to it. Okay, see you shortly. Okay, we're back, and I'm getting some, what's this called? White linen, Delusions paint. And I have not used it, even though it looks messy. I'm just going to get a bit here. I don't need much, I don't think. Right, just going to wipe my fingers. And I have some bubble wrap here. I'm just going to use it. Let me see. It's most unusual bubble wrap because it's, I'll just see if it works. No, it doesn't. It's unusual because the bubbles are inside. It's not exposed on one side, if you know what I mean. Right, I'll have to find some more, so I'll be shortly back. Okay, found some. I'm going to just hit it with our dilutions, and we're just going to gently place it down like that. You don't need to hit this hard. You just need to give it a light spread like that. Just a dab. Some people, I think, wonder why there's too much. And I think it's because they press too hard. That's been my experience, because I've done it myself. So just a sweet little drop of paint. And I think that might be okay. Might just do a little bit more on the purple. There we go. So that worked. use what you got around you, and I think that worked really well. Okay, let's dry that off. Okay, tiny bit wet, and I think we'll have to go and dry it a bit better than that. See you soon. Okay, there we are. What's next? I think cutting out, and I'm going to use this hole punch. I'm just going to take the plastic thing off the bottom. I hate these things where they have the bottom on them. Really do hate that. First of all, we might cut them out because I'm going to cut them in strips, but I first have to just test it. I'll test this first one. I'm just going to cut it. Like that. Same as this one. Like that. Oh, it's got a little bit down the side here. I might cut that away because when I go to do this thing, it'll be too much on the corner. What I'm going to try and do is see how I've got these lines delineated or delineated. Let's not use a big word. Color strips. I am going to go in between the two where the line is in the middle, where it joins up like that, and I'm going to punch one out like that, and I'm going to do that right along the strip. But now I know that that works. You get a bit of each. I'm going to cut it off about there, and I am going to cut piece by piece. I'll do another one like that. Another one like that. It's probably enough of the red. Let's do this one, which is the pink and orange. Let me just see if I can get that halfway. Yep, that's not too bad. I may be able to get a couple more out of that. Let me just see if I can. Sort of. So we go down the middle again. Like that. Let me just try another one here, because you get a bit of green in this one. Yep, I got a little bit of green in that one. Don't think I can use that one. It's got a flat area. Use it for something else. Okay, we got 3 of each, so that's probably enough. Now, I've got 3 more here. This will be interesting. So if I take this to the side, like that, that might work out all right. Let me just cut that off so I can continue it down the track. Let's just continue on with getting the green and the orange. Let's do one more. 3. Okay, now all this can be used for more buttons. I just said the magic word. What I'm doing, I'm making buttons. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our cardboard, so they're pretty stiff. They're decorated. They're all different colours. And I thought we could make them into buttons to use in your projects. I did have one here I was practicing on. I don't like it. It's too dark. But you know what I mean, don't you? Those sort... Oops. Those sort... Just buttons. I've got beautiful coloured grey ones here that I like. I might use them as well. Now what I was going to use was some waxy thread. I've got little bits and pieces left over from binding my books and or journals, and I thought I could use those threads, and I've got the grey checkered pattern ones. So let's get started. What we need is a small hole punch. Let me just see if there's anything in it. It's a small one. It has the small little cutter on top like that. See, it's a small one. And what we're going to do, I'm just practicing these grey ones. You know what, I'm going to draw where I want the hole because I just freehand eyeballed it and I didn't like. Now I'm going to possibly do them close in the middle, because buttons are usually close, a bit like that. And now I'm just going to cut into them where I've drawn the line. Now I need to see myself. Right there. And there, like that. See that? And that's what I've got, the button. Now all we're going to do then is thread that with a bit of thread. This is a waxed thread. You can use, or you could pull out your whole stash of embroidery cottons. I don't know where mine are. And you could colour coordinate the buttons with the thread. That would be nice. Otherwise you can use whatever leftovers. You might have some thread left over that you can actually use. Like me, I've got a little bit of this left over from binding my journals. And all you do is tie a double knot like that, as you can see. And there's your button. And you can use them on projects. You can cut them away a little bit more if you'd like to keep the thread smaller, which I'll try it and see what it looks like. I like to leave it big, but there's a smaller one, and that would look very sweet on a project. Okay, let's just try one of our pretty ones we've decorated this morning. Let's try this. I'm going to draw it once again where I want the holes, because I want them close in the middle, like that. Let's just punch hole them out. Like that. Now let's thread it. Now, it might be a good idea for these darker ones to use a white thread as well, so you can see it better, or it highlights it better, I should say. And so there's another one. So there's our pretty buttons we've just decorated our paper with, and they are so sweet. Now I'm going to go away and get some white thread because I want to see the different contrast. Okay, we're back. I was just going off camera and doing a little bit more decoration on those buttons, as you can see. I don't have any Posca pens. I've been meaning to buy some because I think that they're very, very good with using in your projects. And they come in a variety of colours, which is really good. I'm just going to use this gel pen. It's black. It's a beautiful day in Sydney. It's a bit warm. We are in autumn at the moment, start of autumn, and everything is lovely. I was at Lithgow yesterday, past the Blue Mountains, having a little look around, and the wind was so bad. And I also did a bit of concreting, helped my husband, just holding the hose, of course. I can't do much else. But I was holding the hose, and I was putting the water in the cement, and the wind was so bad that the cement went right through back at me, into my hair, and stiffened my hair. When I got down to a mirror, my hair was so stiff and sticking up that there was cement in it, and the wind was so cold it was almost frozen in time. It was shocking. Last night, I spent the night last night trying to comb it out, brush it out actually, and I was so tired. I should have had a shower, but I decided to just go to sleep. So today I will have to have a shower, and I will have to wash out the cement. Let's just hope it's not permanent. Oops, nearly dropped that one. just going to see if I can put some white gel pen around the edges with some faux stitches. Just like that. Right. It's not too bad. I'm just going to do that because I know that it may move the paint. I have a really sore throat today. I don't know why. It's probably the flu. I can hear it in my voice. And it's very sore. Okay, so there's our holes. So let's put some white thread in and let's see what it looks like. The white thread. So that was a funny story, the funniest thing that's happened to me for a while. My hair went completely stiff. Combing it out was painful because it really was that stiff. You know how cement dries. It was funny. That's the funniest thing that's happened to me for a while. Right, we're going to cut off our thread. And I do like the white in there. The white thread looks good. So we did that one with the black edging, faux stitches, and the black thread. We've done this with the white edging and the black thread. Let's just do a purple one this time. Let's use some black. See what that looks like. Might go forward and backwards. So my throat's really sore today. That wind was frightening. The trees where I was are so big, the trees are so big that it almost felt like they were going to come down. I'm going to do black and white faux stitches. See how we go. Okay, that's not too bad. Black and white. Let's cut our holes out. Like that. Let's use some white thread. I've got some spare thread left over here. Yeah, I was thinking about embroidery thread. You could probably coordinate the colours better by using a thread that's either in contrast or that you've got in your colours, in your little buttons. Anyway, this is just a simple way of getting some decoration. I can just imagine these sitting on a journal page, just in the top right, left corner, or the bottom. and just decorating the page that's blank. I think that would look good. There we go. That one's done. So different colours, different types. Decorate them up. There they are. Use your embroidery thread. Use anything you want. And there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that project. Until I see you next time, bye for now. Take care, everyone.